These questions come up. What's your routine? What's your practice routine, Carol? When you get up in the morning, you pick up your hooter. What do you do? Have you got a set routine?
Always breathing before I even pick up the trombone. Always,
Cool.
because I always find that if ever I put the instrument away at any point, the first thing to get out of practice is my breathing. I start breathing like someone that doesn't play a brass instrument, like breathing with that much lungs. But no, our lungs are that massive, and you've got to use it all. And that's the first thing that goes for me. So I've got to properly get them working again.
So show
So I
us
do
what you
that.
do then. What do you do? Because
Well,
we've never
whenever
done
I'm
it before.
teaching,
So
it's I mentioned it's like a big glass bulbous jug that you've got to fill with water, massive, massive jug, and that bottom bit is much rounder and bigger than any of the rest of it, and that's the bottom of your lungs. And I always say it might look a bit weird, but you can physically just push your tummy out. If I'm going to stand up and look ugly now, but
that's
you
all right.
can
You can do
you
that.
can go like that without actually breathing in. You can push it with your muscles, and I tend to do that before I breathe. Just go, and then fill in from that very bottom cavity, and you can feel bits going ow, oh, because you're properly pushing it out and making that room to fill it up. So I physically do that, and then I find that my lungs are like properly working, and then I've woken up. So that's the first thing I do, and
Okay.
then I always move on to the mouthpiece first. I find that if you just put the instrument on your face and it's cold, it's like an athlete running without warming up. So always mouthpiece, slurs, and bit of tonguing, and then onto the trombone. It's always very slow and low lip slurs.
Okay.
So yeah, I would demonstrate
So
now, but I've had some wine.
so how long? So how long are you talking? Like half hour warm up every day? Do you, like you got a session at 10? Do you make sure you're tootling on your trombone by 9:30, or are you not that bothered?
Rehearsals, sessions, gigs, whatever I'm turning up for, I'll always try and get there an hour before it starts.
Okay.
Mainly because I don't trust myself for getting there too late and stuff. I want to be able to make
Yeah.
sure I'm not ever late. Because if you're the one person that's 5 or 10 minutes late,
Yeah.
all
Totally.
of them look at you, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh God, I can't be that person. So I normally try and get there an hour before. And if I find out that I am literally the first person there, and I've never like worked with this particular orchestra before, I don't want to be the one keen person warming up by myself before I've met anyone. So as long as I've got there, put my trombone down, I'll go and get some breakfast or whatever, and then I'll come back like 15 minutes later, check that there's a few people there, then I'm
Yeah.
okay, and then I'll start warming up.